What up, though? How you doing, Don Dia Roberts? What's going on with you? How you doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Pretty good, pretty good. You know, all is well. It's Friday night. I figure I'd go live, chop it up. Been a minute since I have been live and everything like that to answer a few questions and just chop it up with everybody. So it's pretty much it with me. What's going on with you? Hope all is well. Hope all is well with everybody that's tuning in. I'll wait for a few more people to come in. What up, dog? Golden Spool? What's the deal? What's wrong with you? Yeah. All's well. Yeah, all is well. Yeah. No, that's a Doberman Pinscher. He's a American daily kennel stock. That goddamn dog is expensive as hell, and he's big too. If you can see him on my lap, you'll see that he's gonna be fairly big. But he's about 6 months now, and he's essentially a warlock. What they call he's a part of the warlock breed, and his jawline essentially folds into his inner chest. That's why if you look closely at the uh, picture, you will see that his inner chest, his pectoral muscles is as strong even as a puppy because when he bites, his bite is 10 times harder than the bite of a normal dog. So yeah, yeah, most definitely. So yeah, love him to death. That's my boy, but I got a girl too, and she's even bigger. She's about, I want to say maybe 130, 35 pounds. And they both alphas. So, you know, when you got two alphas of the opposite sex, obviously, but you got two alphas, they try to compete and try to bully each other. So you got to kind of pay attention and watch that. But yeah, I got them dogs biting shit. I prayed on nobody hop that fence. Or not fence, wall rather. I just prayed on nobody hop that wall. Shit. Yeah. He about a mud hole in your ass too. Right now at 6 months, but nonetheless, so yeah, I got it. Uh, with his breeder, I can eventually, but I don't think I'm going to. And my girl is fixed. No, my girl is fixed. But with him in particular, I can, and we would split everything 50%. But I don't think I'm going to. His breed is kind of like his dad is from Canada. Um, but I don't see myself doing it. I do see myself, getting them a job and putting them in some agility training and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. His his litter, oh man, all his whole entire litter came out looking, what I'm saying, real nice. He got a sister that's actually probably, man, that damn dog probably, they saying right now, that damn dog like almost 85 pounds at 6 months. And she's in Tennessee, and I seen some pictures of her. And yeah, he got a sister. It looks real good, but nonetheless, I was just on here chopping it up with everybody, seeing what everybody been up to, seeing how everybody been. Let a few more people get in the chat. Yeah, you got any dogs? Oh, okay, that's what's up. What kind of dog you got? Yeah, what kind of dog you got? Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna refresh on brother. Yup, for sure. Oh, no worries, no worries, no worries. What breed does it resemble? People be telling me that they subscribe to my channel and shit, and since I go live so infrequently, they can't never it'll post like the occasional. I don't think they hit the notification bell either, but it'll post infrequently, and then they'll uh catch a live stream after the fact usually. But nonetheless, it is what it is. I just figure, like I said, I just figure I'd get on here and chop it up with everybody, see what everybody's up to. About it. How's everybody's week been going? Oh, crazy, bro. It's crazy, man, motherfucker. Y'all. Who all in here? I kind of came on for oh, Chihuahua. That's what's up. Oh, you good? That's what's up. They bite the shit out of you too, little mean little dog. They got some personalities on them too, though. How long you had your dog for? My email is here. Hold on, I'll type it in the chat. Email me here. Yeah, it's my email right there. And the hangout, somebody said, "Oh, the private group going good. Real swell, real well. All is well." Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Cool little dog there. 4 years. Yeah. Yeah, she getting older. Gotta give her that balance. Yeah, I came live for Geo's ass, but I don't think he ain't in here usually. I mean, I went live for everybody as well. But I know Geo was saying he had a couple of questions that he wanted to ask me and address, but I don't see him in here. But if anybody if y'all got any questions, go ahead. Go right ahead. Ask questions. Ask away. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Just chicken. Kill it. You say you trying to remember where I subbed to you. You follow Carmen Kaboom. No, that name don't sound familiar. But I don't know. Maybe I might be underneath the related content. What does she talk about? What does she cover? Yeah, that name does sound familiar. I'm actually slowly but surely thinking about actually removing all my content from YouTube and going just strictly into the private. But I don't know. I'm still debating on it because I know I did help a lot of people with you using YouTube as a sector. So everything as far as what though? I mean, my content is it's not exclusive content. I think I touch on a lot of things, but as it relates to a lot of this legal and law shit, that's mostly where my content is focused at for the most part, or has a concentrated focus. One would rather say. But I have to check her out. What does she talk about? What does she cover? This Carmen Kaboom. You said YouTube or what sector? What sector are you referring to though? I mean, the platform is being used for all types of fuckery right now. That's why some shit just came across my actual stream, and YouTube people use this shit now for just all types of. Oh, see, no, that's not really. See, yeah, you probably. I might have fucked around and left a comment on something, and then you might have, liked my comment and then sub me from that. But I don't be knowing about, man, that shit. I don't really get involved in that. That's why my name hardly don't come up. And the thing with me is that all presumption. See, I don't allow people to get on platforms like this without providing claims in fact, or uh I don't allow, let me state it like this, I don't allow people to make presumptions and leave them unrebutted. So if you put out an allegation stating anything about me, you better be willing to get on record and verify it. Because if you don't, some heat is coming right behind that. But I don't really, get involved in that shit. Maybe you, like I said, maybe you might have seen like my comment, or I might have left a comment on somebody else's page. But as far as if you talking about that whole conscious community, all of them, I wouldn't say all of them, the mass majority of them are asleep. So that ain't really no conscious movement as far as I'm concerned. Now, if you talking about this legal slash sovereign movement, as they like to call it, slash, what's the other government coin name that they give us? Sovereign citizen. Then yeah, I talk about a lot of those subjects. But as far as the black conscience community, I don't really fuck with them because it's really a joke, and they use YouTube and platforms like this to promote the fuckery. And it just basically they took YouTube and they associate all of these donation links, donate to my Patreon, donate to this, donate to that, to use it as like a little weak ass, $60 to $100 a day hustle if they're willing to get on here and bash each other in a negative light. And you see uh a lot of people that's pretty much the trend. Just get on here and talk down on the next person and beat down your fellow brethren just to get likes and views and subscribers. And that's not really what I'm about. I don't really, for one, I don't really pay people. People to me are on a need to know basis, not trying to sound like arrogant or rude, but people are on a need to know basis. And if I don't really need to know you in regards to uh doing some business or sharing information, or if you want just some bullshit, then it ain't really no need to know you, because that's just bringing negative attention in your space. And you don't really need negative attention. You don't need negative vibe. You don't need negative energies around you. So that type of stuff, it takes a hike as far as I'm concerned. Oh, that shit, no, that's like uh it's people like True Freeman. True Freeman is my brother though. Tommy Sotomayor. People like, yeah, I don't see it. I don't even really like saying that man's name. Originally, let me address that a little bit. Uh, I will say it's a lot of people out here now running around talking about how they got that man off the internet, when in actuality, behind the scenes, it was one individual. Behind the scenes and publicly, it was one individual who pretty much got that taken care of. And contrary to what the public perception and how people perceive the manner in which he went about doing it, he was still able to bring down a parasite to the community as a whole, in just my opinion, and in the opinion of many others. So he was able to get that accomplished. Um, but to each his own. Like I said, that's not really my. Like I said, just because I know a person, don't mean that I'm kind of like entitled with that shit. Like, because to me, it's some bullshit. That man is not even really that important as far as I'm concerned. He's important in the sense of the fuckery. Okay, you got to eliminate the fuckery, but not nowhere near important in the sense of what it is that I'm trying to do. I don't play these games with YouTubers, social media, all that bullshit. I go after public officials, the people that people really don't want no parts of. Or when all the laughs and the games and the talking about each other on social media dies down, these are the people who make the major decisions when people are held liable for their actions. Those are the people I'm interested in going after. I don't really have time to go after, some motherfucker that's just on here with a Patreon account or a GoFundMe and all that old donate to my site bullshit. So uh T Bat said, yep, agree completely. It's a joke. The conscious community is not genuine about informing the people. Fuck no. Because they don't have an interest in inform, and then what are they gonna inform the people of? Seriously. What are they gonna? Thank you, Golden Spoon. I don't. Yeah, I got bigger problems. I got the people I'll pay the most attention to is the people who write laws, the people who uh are in the public capacity and they are not fulfilling their duties and obligations and discharging those duties and obligations. Those are the people I pay attention to. Those are the people that I really want to go after. If they fucking up. Now, if they didn't do nothing, then I'm not just gonna antagonize them. I'm not gonna get on here and talk crazy about them if they haven't done anything wrong. Now, if they move or operate 1 inch outside of that jurisdiction in which they are held in, that's when the issue comes about. Yup. What's up, Kizzy? I miss you as well. Why you kind of flaked out on us? I thought you was gonna be a part of the group, but nonetheless, it is what it is. But Chris said he's still on here. Who's still on here? I don't know who you talking about. Who's still on here? You gotta be more specific in regards to when you say like somebody on here. I mean, it's a public platform. People could voice. Oh, then more power to them. I mean, more power to them. I mean, everybody got the right to free speech, but people got to understand that when you speak freely, it comes a point in time in which your the consequences that come right behind that shit too. There's always consequences. You can say whatever you want, as long as you're not defaming somebody's character or, you're not speaking with malice intent. And that's another thing. All of these people, let me explain something to you guys. All these people running around in the so-called conscious community talking all this old dumb shit, talking about how they gonna sue each other. Like as if the courts will even want to hear this stupid ass shit because it ain't nothing but a bunch of he say, she say bullshit that nobody can actually prove malice intent. And secondly, YouTube has administrative remedies which need to be exhausted within YouTube's own policies before something like a goddamn lawsuit can even commence. In addition to the fact that all these people running around talking about defamation of character, they have they have to be able to prove that you a public figure outside of the scope of fucking YouTube. Because hell, I'm classified as a public figure. Anybody that live streams and have what is it? If you read the fine print of YouTube's policy, I believe they say anything over 100 subscribers, you consider a public figure. So you got to take the good with the bad as far as critique and criticism. But it also goes along the lines in saying that and you talking about you gonna sue somebody for defamation of character because they said this, that, and the third. You got to be able to prove malice intent, meaning that they have cost you some type of financial gain. You were somehow, some way not able to pursue something that you had the idea of doing, and based on this defamation, it caused you not to get a goal accomplished or something like that. Kizzy, you said you've been through so much, I will not be stopped and ready now. Well, yeah, you got the email. You know what I mean? I'm sorry that you're going through whatever it is that you're going through, but I don't really, this YouTube shit is cool and everything, but every individual that have linked up with me in the private pretty much already know I'm a private individual, and I like to move in the private. That's how we operate. That's how we move now. We moving in the private. We ain't really, trying to move in the public as much anymore. Yeah, but Don Dia, you probably seen a comment that I had left, probably on some loose ass shit. I just probably seen something where it was probably answering somebody's or giving a rebuttal to somebody's statement, because most of the people on here ain't asking no actual questions, making a statement, and I'm offering my opinion or rebuttal to their statement. That's probably where you see me at, but as far as that whole conscious community, that shit's a joke. Now, I do like some of the people. Don't get me wrong. When I say it's a joke, I'm talking about the bickering. Now, I do like some of the people that actually have a goal and an end mission, and they are actually getting things accomplished. Whether it be because you get a lot of haters too. Now, don't get me wrong. You get a lot of people that just hate on shit just because they see one motherfucker getting a substantial amount of money. But if that person is actually putting in the work and is accomplishing and doing with the money what they say they are going to do, then that's another thing. But if you got people that are actually out here defrauding the fucking public, uh, based on claiming to do something with the funds, then that's a whole nother subject. And it is fraud. And I'm here to tell you guys, motherfuckers can and will be held liable if the people would come together and say, well, the donations was made with the intent that XYZ was supposed to happen. Not we was donate to him and it was up in the air in regards to what was supposed to be done with the funds. But it's a slippery slope, because then on the counter argument, not trying to contradict myself, one can always make the argument and say, well, all right, you never count another motherfucker's money. And if it's donations, it's donations. The people felt as if they wanted to give this individual the money. So if they stupid enough to continue to keep donating, obviously they're not affected by it. So let them do what they want to do. Just my thoughts. Yeah, Chris. Well, I mean, you weren't the only person. I mean, that man, but see, my attitude was this: that motherfucking man was doing that shit for years, and nobody opened up their motherfucking mouth. But now, in respect to my partner, True, you got all these motherfuckers popping up over the internet, acting like that they was putting in work and getting this motherfucker's channel shut down and all this old shit, attacking this man's means of income in regards to bashing black women. His beef truly, I mean, he talked a lot of shit about black men as well, but his main beef was with black women. But you do have a lot of collectively, what I'm saying is that if his issue was with black women collectively, he should have been off the internet a long time ago. If they felt that type of way, and you got all these fucking social just I like to call them social justice warriors and shit like that, all running around acting as if we did this, that, and the third. They ain't did shit because they don't even read the policies in regards to YouTube, where it talks about the harassment policies and showing racial discrimination as well as hate speech. So now everybody got to open up their goddamn mouth with an opinion. I don't have a. You could ask a question, Sammy J, but I don't have a lot. I don't have a line for you to call in. I mean, I thought about setting up like maybe a little talk show or something like that, to where people could call in and chime in and shit like that. But I don't know. I like I said, are you teaching private and public? I'll put it to you like this: I teach both public and private in the private. I'll answer some questions on the public, platforms such as YouTube, but very limited. No tax questions, uh no tax questions, no bashing of public officials and shit like that. Unless I know the public officials personally and have seen the malfeasance and fuckery that they have been doing. But they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. You said YouTube don't follow their policy. That's because people don't know how to put their ass on notice. You could even use their platform to put their ass on notice by using their platform that they are in violation of XYZ of their policy. Like I said, it's all smoke and mirrors, because if they wanted that man, they really didn't give a fuck. They didn't really give a fuck until he started going after them, and they wanted credit for getting this man off the internet. But I'm specifically, because like I said, specifically, if you looked at any of that man's content, 80% of that man's content was in regards to speaking on black women. So if black women collectively wanted to get that man off the internet, see, this is the problem that I got. See, now you got a lot of feminists that want to step forward. You got a lot of these feminist groups and all this Me Too and all this shit. Motherfuckers want to step forward and act as if they was actually giving a fuck about what men in general, black or white, was doing to them or saying about them. And they didn't care. And now all of a sudden, they pick up a little steam and a little momentum, and everybody can be attacked. Oh, this is an allegation. This is somebody did this. Some man touched my pussy. He did this. He did. And man, well, if the man did the shit, get on the record, get on and for the record, and put your complaint. See, when motherfuckers use that term allegations, and I was just talking about this in my private group the other day, and I talked about how when people be talking about allegedly and allegations, those terms get used, just basically without its proper intent. Even if you alleging something, you still are supposed to be able to verify it as a complaint or a claim in fact. And you leave yourself open for a lot of lawsuit as well as defamation of character if one can prove that the malice intent, such as using a YouTube platform, a Twitch platform, a social media platform, was used to consistently defame your character, in addition to the fact that the platform, whosever platform it was, failed to uphold their own community guidelines, policies, is what I'm saying. Gone Spoon said YouTube not trying to get sued. No, that's why they shut all them fucking channels down. They don't have time for the bullshit. It's a red flag. If you got $1 billion goddamn company, or you got $1 billion platform, and you look at most of the contracts in which they have just acquired the rights to, such as like, live streaming of TV. Now they got the actual they got so many deals in place with various networks, in addition to the fact that they have the NBA Finals uh, coinciding with ABC. That's a major fucking deal. But when somebody look at and they see suggested videos, black bitches this, white hooker, a funk girl this, a thought here, a thought, man, that's stupid ass, stupid shit, man. People that have at least some common sense don't want to provide viewer content in the form of advertisement behind the dumb shit. So this is the real reason why they clean up YouTube. They didn't give a fuck about, oh, some man was on here talking some crazy shit. What they care about is the fact that advertisers are starting to pull content, because if you have guys or women that are constantly on here using this platform as a way to bash motherfuckers and as a way to talk crazy, it doesn't sit well when, okay, you didn't listen to 5 minutes of this person's live stream and they talking crazy, and then the goddamn what's the name of that tea company? They shit come right on right afterwards. So it's just a bad look. But YouTube, man, and that shit been going on for years. They didn't give a fuck about her. They care about, like I said, these networks, because now these networks is paying attention to the content creators, and they putting up the ad money up front. So the fact that they putting up the ad money up front, they like, look, we don't want the bullshit behind it. That's what all of this about. Sammy J said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You damn straight. And like I said, that you can, that's a good one that a lot of people always constantly say, my people are destroyed from lack of knowledge. But shit, man, truth be told, a lot of people with the knowledge, do backwards ass shit too. So myself included. I'm not sitting up here and act like I'm a goddamn saint, because I look back at a lot of the shit that I did or have once did, and it's just like, damn, what was I thinking on that? But so you got, man, it's a two-way street with it. It's a two-way street with it. But all of this bickering and the so-called, and I didn't really want to talk on that, but Dondia Roberts, you actually hit, you hit on a good spot, because like I said, albeit while I didn't want to talk about it per se, it kind of does need to be addressed from an outsider, because like I said, I usually don't even like to be clumped up into that, and I've never even been classified as being a spokesman in the Black conscious community, because to me it's like going to church and it's a goddamn popularity contest on YouTube though, instead of in the church. Everybody want to see what you got on. Everybody want to see what you pull up in, and then when you get inside the goddamn building, you got half of the audience is fake as hell, that's waiting on you to drop the mic or slip off the goddamn stage, and then you got the other half that might support you, but they supporting you with envy. So, am I willing to work with some people in the conscious community? Yes. if it's a plan, if it's an actual uh intent and motive and objective in the plan, and as long as they have a good understanding of uh respect, because I notice a lot of people when they hear smaller platforms in the so-called Black conscious community, uh they seemed as if they were more humble in the beginning, and as the audience grew and as the attention to themselves grew, a lot of people start feeling as if, they get a little bit too big for a lot of uh, people and stuff like that. Anthony Rosado said, our people got to come together and wake up, see the fraud, and see at the end of the day, thinking for yourself, you only lose. Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good comment that you just said. But a lot of people, I mean, you know, eventually, collectively, everybody got to come together. Eventually, otherwise, you're not gonna make it. Period. And that's the end of the discussion. Whether it be well, the races of people come together on their own accord first, and then everybody else can try to come together and be somewhat inclusive. But man, you just look at the condition of this so-called country right now, or the corporate reigns, rather, as like I like to call it. You ain't got a country, you ain't got a government, you got a corporate money interest that control everything. That's what you got. But and I hate saying this, but give them credit where credit is due. This shit is so chopped up and it's so divided that that's pretty much what they want. They ain't really ain't even no manipulation pretty much. No, it's just like on site. You know how these young bucks say it's on site. Like, that's pretty much what it is with a lot of people. They see each other and you don't even know the motherfucker. Motherfucker grimming you and shit like that. And you guys might happen to be, crossing paths, and you could. It's like that old Ice Cube song says when he say, I forget the actual line when he say, "Brother, why you grimming me? You could be kin to me," or something like that, something along those lines. And you look at all the fuckery that's taking place in the world, and hey, what do you got? You got division, division amongst conquerors. Conquerors divide. They divide in the center from within. So if they divide from the center within, everything else folds in its proper place naturally. So pretty much what it is. Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. Yep. He said, "Are you here to teach the people?" I'm just not seeing. I guess that was beforehand. Uh, am I here to teach the people? I don't know. The people got to be willing to teach themselves first before I can teach them anything. You gotta want to help yourself first. I'm still learning. This is still a major learning process for myself as well. You know, but you gotta be willing to help yourself first. You can't help yourself first, then you know. Yep. Mm-hmm. But yeah, as far as that stupid ass shit, you got all these motherfuckers running around talking about they gonna sue somebody and all of that. Man, nigga, I'm telling you, even the public officials, these so called lawyers, they laugh, but they laugh because they like, yeah, we'll take the retainer fee, and then they know the case really ain't even go. It's not even gonna go anywhere, you know. And then for the people that really got, I guess what they like to call adequate representation, it's like a lot of this stupid ass shit that you hear a lot of these feminists say. You know, that's really if I'm speaking to any in regards of making a rebuttal, it would be a lot of these feminist groups. It's like I said, certain men that have proper representation. It's something along the lines. How the fuck you gonna sue a trust? In addition to the fact, how you gonna sue a trust without the motherfucker you allegedly suing, allegedly, which is whether it can be verified or unverified, because that's what takes place a lot of the times nowadays. How you gonna sue a trust without that person's consent? Riddle me that. Have you heard of Form 5444? No, what is that? And I even truth be told, man, I'm kind of falling back. I'm telling when I say I'm really going into the private, man, I really been into the private. Anybody that's in my group will tell you. That's the only thing they will tell you is that we in the private and we working and we got a think tank and I got some sharp minds and I got people that's just, we ain't really worried about, forums and stuff like that. But let me tell y'all something though about these forums and everything. All these people that's going around just filling out forms and y'all signing y'all name and stuff. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all better be cool with all of that. There's a lot of these people that's just jumping on the scene. These people they ain't seasoned. They ain't been through nothing. They ain't been in these courtrooms. Public officials don't know them. Police departments don't know them. Don't none of these people know these people. So I'm telling y'all right now, for any of these people that's fucking around with these forms and I forget one of the members in my private group was telling me about some IRS form where it's some shit that they didn't drew up on the internet and people have been handing them into their employers and it's to terminate the contractual nexus of the Social Security income as well, or just FICA in general. And I'm here to tell y'all that uh, they have to collect based on the new employee hiring. They have to report new employees because you use Federal Reserve notes. You can't use a public benefit, which is can all a Federal Reserve note is still classified as a public benefit. You can't use a public benefit, and when it comes time to pay the taxes on it, and I didn't really want to get into that shit, but when it comes time to pay the taxes on it, you think you gonna go tell the IRS, "Oh, take a hike"? No, it don't work that way. But I haven't heard of it, Golden Spoon. Like I said, I've been we've been in the private, and like I said, I got a badass think tank, and we've been sticking to actual verified websites and verified government websites with their publications, staying in honor and doing things by the book, not these American patriots and all of this uh shit where these crazy motherfuckers is harassing utility companies, the CFOs. They sending all type of terroristic threats throughout they're using the post office to send terroristic threats, threatening private individual, or let me just say, yeah, nah, private, they're threatening they're making threats to private employees and private businesses and doing all types of wild, crazy shit like that. We ain't really with all of that. We ain't really with all of that shit. That's the bullshit. But if you want to be more specific, the 5444, what the fuck is that? I haven't heard of it. Haven't heard of it. Yep. Uh-uh. What up, dog, Billy? Billy Two Guns. What's the deal? Billy will tell y'all without telling y'all. He'll tell y'all how we been doing our thing. I want to everybody in the private group as well. They did that shit again to the actual playback. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I noticed that as well. And yeah, they did that dumb shit again. So it's pretty much mandatory thinking about thinking. Hey, that's how we gotta go, man. That's the way. You see, you seen it the other night when I was doing a little breakdown with it. You gotta place your mind in a position of a game. And you gotta, you know what I'm saying, offense, defense, counter defense. And for every counter, you got a reaction to that counter and then vice versa. Well, man, once people understand about how to think in rhythm and patterns and cover every angle, man, these public officials, all of these people, they ain't even really gonna want no parts. They're not even really gonna want no parts. Anthony Rosado said, "Our people got to come together, wake up and see the fraud is at the end of the day." Think, oh no, I already read that. All right. Yeah, I already read that. He said, "Man, I like going back because I can't keep up and write fast enough." There's no worries. That's what it's there for. That's what the playback is provided for. But everybody, we taking our time. We going along. We getting it. We eventually we're getting it. We're going to get it. Golden Spoon said, "That's a good question. Pretty much, this might sound like kind of like an oxymoron because this is one of the major tools that it can be used for some good, but this is one of the major tools that they use to keep people preoccupied. But film and television, in particular, graphics editing as well as video editing, it's an art to that as well. And uh, you talk to any television producer, they'll tell you that the art is to create flash photography imaging as the mind is conducive to lighting patterns as well as uh, photography nuisance. They call it photography nuisance. It creates visual thought patterns. This is why if you look at television, and mark my words, every 5 seconds you'll see a different view regardless of whatever it is that you're watching on television. You'll see a different view every 5 to 7 seconds. And that's done to keep the mind racing. It's a science behind it. So it really is a science behind it. Yep, for sure, for sure. He said, hey, you said you shot me a exactly, Golden Spoon. Hold on, let me touch on that a little bit. Uh V Trump said you shot me an email trying to get in the group, get at me, bro. I got a few more people to get at and see what's they disposition about because they haven't, you know what I'm saying, actually been participating in the group. So I need to get at them and see what's the deal because I only really wanted it to be a limited group, but we might have to go ahead and make some changes because they are pretty much taking a spot away from somebody that's going to attend. And the fact that most of this content is provided, you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say most, it is provided free of charge, except for a few exceptions of some of the reading materials that we are trying to acquire they pretty much taking up a spot from somebody that would find it beneficial and useful. So I got to get at them people first. But if you send me an email, I'll send you an NDA. And if they don't respond, then we're gonna go ahead and move forward with some people that's serious. I don't really have time to play around with people that's not serious or that's not gonna take this shit serious because, I take my research very serious. I put time and effort and energy into this. I don't just do this just because, I'm bored. I rarely get, what I'm saying, 6, 7 hours worth of sleep. But yeah, Golden Spoon, essentially, that's what it is. Uh, it's crazy when you start studying and you look into it, and everything everything works off of. I don't care. I mean, a lot of people's philosophy differs on the whole psychology aspect, but I tend more so to believe with the theory of photographic displayment of memories. Let that one sit for a minute. You know, everything is essentially a photographic cadence of itself. Everything. Yep. Yeah, 7 Trump. I didn't get it. What? Hold on. Let me shoot my email again. Let me put my email in there. You can get at me with this email. Yeah, get at me with this email. Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Everybody brings something to the table so far. But yeah, if you feel as if you can add something and you can be consistent in regards to attending, that's what we're looking for. We ain't looking for no slug bug. Nobody that, somebody that's just on there just to, sound stupid and, looks, well, I ain't gonna say look stupid, but basically nobody on there that sounds stupid. Yeah. But yeah. Elaborate on what comment? Right. Exactly. Private. And you gotta be in the private. You gotta stay. If as long as you fucking with the public, you're gonna always have an issue. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. If you in the private and you have extinguished most of these adhesion contracts, you'll be good. The minute you go taking, what up though, Thomas? What's the deal? The minute you go taking any form of public benefit or, you constantly creating contracts with these people, that's when you always gonna have problems. Okay, photographic memory in my studies is essentially a thought pattern that usually creates thoughts themselves, or what we call thoughts. Uh, I like to call them ideas, but most people call them a thought. What's the difference between a thought or idea? And so you pick and choose. You make the definition. But as it relates to video and editing and cropping and cutting things of that nature, if, like I said, next time you watch television, you will see that between every 5 to 7 seconds, the photographic memory will change and it'll have a different display in which, oh man, yeah, that's a deep. I think I'm gonna have to do another set. I'm gonna have to do another live stream on that one. That's a real good. Just pay attention to that next time, and then just remember what I told you just now. Excuse me, and then you will be able to see what I'm talking about. And I guarantee you, if you pay attention to every 5 to 7 seconds they change, you'll be able to replay those images in your head. That's what I mean when I say a photographic memory. And this is how most people study. This is how whenever you hear people reciting a lot of this law, they look at it visually and then they process it as a thought pattern. So like, okay, when they go into, Title 12, subsection 411, and then they can cite it word for word, that's the photographic memory. And you got to be able to train your brain to consistently remember thought patterns that were created off photogenic memories, essentially. Uh, Thomas said, yeah, oh hell yeah, I know Phil Valentine. Oh yeah, Phil Valentine is very smart, very smart. Of course, I know who Phil Valentine is. Yeah, is HJR 192 repeal? Fuck no, it's not. The law is not. Okay, let me explain that. That's a good question, Thomas. You got a lot of people running around here talking about HJR 192 has been repealed. And I'm gonna tell you why that let me know that it's all of this stuff. It's either one. If you hear somebody say that they either one or two things, just completely unknowledgeable about what's really going on, or they a government agent basically using that as a throw off to try to just, you know, uh, persuade people into thinking that oh it's some bullshit, blah blah blah. Let me explain something to you. What does the Constitution state? Article 2, Section 10. It states about it talks about in that particular article, it talks about that they should make nothing but gold legal tender, right? So they tell you that if they tell you that the United States Constitution is the supreme law of the land, are they or are they not in violation of Article 2, Section 10? They are, right? Come on, they're constantly saying that. Y'all don't hear me going around talking about, oh, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. It's the supreme law of the land. You don't hear me talking about that. It's a trust document, but in that trust document, the trustees, i.e., public officials, or anybody that took an oath to uphold that public document, are essentially liable for that trust as trustees to that document. Now, if Article 2, Section 10 is in violation, and in particular, House Joint Resolution, which isn't the actual public law. So you got to know how to find the actual public law, which is 73-1048, Chapter 40, Stat 48, Chapter 48-1, I believe. And I've been looking for that. And I think, they've been playing some games with my Dropbox because everybody in my private group know that I've been actually trying to, it's in there. I had it highlighted. And I just got to go back through my zip files and find it because I got all of the public laws downloaded. But nonetheless, if it tells you that an obligor cannot purport the obligee, or they can't essentially require payment in any specific coin, currency, or specie at the time of payment, what is that? That sounds like an insurance policy against the trust document, i.e., Constitution of the United States, which state that no substance or coin or specie, rather, outside of gold, should be made legal tender for public debts. That's the insurance policy, essentially. But you gotta know where to find it at in public law. That's in the public, not private. So to basically answer your question, fuck no. HJR 192, which is just a House resolution, which has the same language as Public Law 73-10, Stat 48, Chapter 48, has not been repealed. And it's not going to be repealed. I did that video when I talked about how there isn't any more money. That was months ago. And I think the goddamn national debt was, what was it, like maybe 4 or 5 trillion? Now it's over $8 trillion. So $1 trillion, it ain't really dollars no more because it's not substance backed. So the fact that it's not even backed by any substance anymore just makes it kind of like null and void. But who are you paying the interest to? These are the questions though. It's funny that you mentioned that, but because these are the questions that nobody ever asks. People are always quick to talk about, oh, the national debt, the national debt. Okay, well, who the fuck do we owe it to? What's the terms and why do we owe it? What's the terms and the conditions of payment? Why do we owe it? You know, It's the questions that don't nobody like to ask. You said I stamped Title 12 411 on all the back of my checks. For one, meaning real one is the same as 1,000 or a million. Yeah, you can do that, but they not gonna give you gold or silver. They're not gonna give you the substance because remember they you can't. The reason why that's null and void, and I'm not trying to shoot that down, but the reason why that's null and void because if you fully read HJR 192, even you, because since you operating in a public capacity and you engage in a commerce, it's a commercial transaction that's taking place when you cash a check or you write or you endorse a check. That's an actual commercial transaction that's taking place. So since that transaction is taking place, you can't purport the obligee to pay you. I'm sorry, the obligor to pay you is the obligee in any specific coin or currency. So they ain't gonna give you the shit no way. They not gonna give you the gold no way. It's a guy on YouTube that had a video and he took a goddamn Federal Reserve note up to the window and he asked for he asked for his gold and everything and you know they basically told him they could give him 4 quarters. And he asked for $1 in gold and they gave him 4 quarters. Like, hey, we don't know what to tell you in regards to that. So yeah, but HJR 192 has not been repealed, and it's not never going to be get repealed. And one of the main reasons why I feel as if it's never going to get repealed because what's the point at this point in time? What's the point? Seriously, why would they want to repeal it? You got to ask yourself that question. And what would be the point if you already owe so much debt to the International Monetary Fund, to the World Bank? You already owe all of these private entities that use defensive contracts, and they pit countries against each other, and they back both sides of these proxy wars or wars by proxy, as I like to call them. You know what? Ain't nobody. They ain't really. Ain't no need to. Don't nobody give a fuck. No way. That's just the issue. At the end of the day, man, people are so preoccupied with what they doing that people really don't give a fuck. Truth be told, you know, people don't be caring about that shit. You said fiat currency is just paper like bills, checks, drafts, not gold. If I had $1 million cash, I bet I can't buy a million. Fuck no, because gold is a commodity now. You can't buy no gold. And remember, it's still against public law to hoard gold. You cannot hoard gold. And everybody never stopped it. I swear people have always stopped to ask themselves that question. That's against public policy. And that's against public law. How many people know that? And if you read HJR 192, you will see that it talks about unless you a goldsmith or unless you got an exemption, you're not even supposed to hoard gold. Why platinum and silver and shit like that and stuff. Yep, that's what they do. Exactly what they do. Yep, 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 yep. That's what it is. Fiat currency though. Not nobody. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You said, but you can buy a gold ring at a pawn shop marked up. Damn straight. They gonna get, you know what I'm saying, between 8 to 10% markup on it. anything more than 3 ounces of gold, whether it's stained, plated, brassed in, or you got pure gold. You got pure gold, and they know that you collecting this shit. The Fed's gonna come, give you a knock on the door. Fuck you doing with all this gold? But I think I haven't looked at it in a while, but I think you can have a little over 12 ounces. You gotta be careful on how you move it. I damn sure wouldn't store it in no bank vault. That's for sure. Yep. That's what they do. Yep. Not pure though. Damn straight. Get some knockoff shit, yo, big time, yo. What you gonna get? You might be able to get a goldsmith to give you, 70-30. But at most, everybody topping that about that stamped in. If it's getting stamped in or stamped on or something, you might be getting 60-40. You might get a 60-40 cut, depending on how the goldsmith feel. Most of the times they melt the shit down though. And they turn it into a bullion. They hoarding it all the time. And they turn it into a bullion, and then they sell the shit as a precious metal. And they get, if we said they get an 8 to 10% markup, they getting, you know, uh they getting over a 20% markup when they sell it as a precious metal. This guy Larry B has been saying you can trade in Zimbabwe notes for more fiat cash and U.S. notes for 11 cents on the dollar. I think I came. That's the older gentleman, right? Yeah, I believe that's the older gentleman. I came across his channel, but I haven't looked at none of his content. I haven't watched any of his videos or anything like that. I just looked at a few of his titles or anything. But I don't know what he's teaching or what he's talking about. I know that he was a lot of people was referencing him on my channel when everybody was trying to fuck with them TDA accounts and all that crazy shit. Um, I don't know what type of information or what he was offering to the people in regards to some of that stuff that was going on. When was that? That wasn't the top of this year. That was like the middle, towards the middle, towards the end of last year, I believe, when that whole TDA account shit was a hot subject. A lot of people got their ass hit with them reversals. I got well over 40 emails. People asked me to help them get out of trouble and shit. They got their ass hit with them reversals. Or, you know what I'm saying? One motherfucker, I know he caught a Fed case behind fucking around with that shit. Listening to these crazy ass people on this YouTube shit. That'll do it every time. Yup. You caught it right. TDA will get you in jail. That's right. You don't even have authorization to use that fucking routing number. The account is the Social Security trust account. The fucking shit on the back of the Social Security number is the actual account. The fucking red number is the insignia, aka routing number. You can't. How the fuck can you use can you route a transaction from a target bank to a destination bank, or you pick the target bank as the goddamn Federal Reserve that's on the back of that Social Security trust that you don't have prior authorization to use, and you ain't even a fucking registered secured party with the SEC. Don't nobody know who the fuck you are. FDIC insuring all of this shit, and they insuring all of these accounts on both public and private side for $250,000. So you talking about 500,000 goddamn dollars in fucking in insurance protection, but they don't care about these fucking public accounts, everybody think that they got money in the bank. Money in the bank ain't shit. The where the money lies at is in the credit on the private side. Every time your ass make a withdrawal, and you get a receipt, whether you get a receipt or you don't get a receipt, that's public. Man, let me not say that. I don't really want to put that shit out there because there's a lot of people who's getting their ass locked up behind fucking around with this OID shit too. But every time you issue anything into the public, that shit can be redeemed. Just know that. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. But yeah, they went listening to all of these crazy motherfuckers on there. He said, I tried paying IRS with closed checking 8 months ago to discharge my debt. They sent the shit back to me. Said frivolous shit. I'm gonna tell you something, man. IRS ain't nobody. Trust me, man. You don't want to fuck around with them. Not unless you know. I'll put it to you like this, Thomas, man, and I'm saying this to you out of, I'm saying this to you with respect. I ain't saying this, to sound like a smart ass man. But if you've been used to paying for shit using Federal Reserve notes, and that's cool, man. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just paying what you owe them using Federal Reserve notes, using what you know. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. Everybody that's fucking with these closed checking accounts, everybody that call themselves security party creditors, everybody that's going around here paper terrorizing, like I said, fucking private employers and employees, everybody that's so-called in this patriot community, all this bullshit. Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. A lot of these motherfuckers are so rolled and they just want to do shit that whatever the fuck they think, and it don't work like that. That's why you don't never hear about Dre Chilly getting caught up in none of this shit. Like, oh, they didn't lock Dre up. Because Dre know how to stay in honor with these motherfuckers. And I don't dishonor nobody. 3-501. I use the uniform commercial code to my benefit. And I stay in honor by using they shit. I don't go out here making my own shit up. But I'm here to tell you, man, IRS, man, is they cracking down on this shit because a lot of people, they just hear shit and they want to do it. But you got to be seasoned with this, man. And they know who's seasoned and they know who, like I said, that's why they know that I stay in honor with them. And I don't look, my attitude is this. If I'm doing anything in the public, they right to tax it because I'm operating in the public. You damn straight I'm going to pay taxes. You damn straight they're going to get every dollar that they deserve because I'm using a public benefit. You can't use a public benefit and when it's time to pay out, tell them to take a stiff one. It don't work that way. And all of these motherfuckers is in state penitentiaries or federal penitentiaries. They all talk that shit consistently, talking about some shit unconstitutional. They took us in jail for tax evasion. Motherfucker, you using they shit. Federal Reserve notes, man. You cannot use a public benefit. Every time you give a motherfucker a Federal Reserve note or what you think is money, and you exchange that motherfucking debt instrument, truth be told, anything in amount over $10 need to be reported. You got to do it though, because it is you the one using it, so you got to do it. But I'm here to tell you, man, them the wrong people to be fucking around with though, Thomas. I'm thinking about sending them 10 million Zimbabwe reserve notes. Is it legal for tender? Man, you get your ass toe up. You get your ass toe up, man. Yeah, I'll tell you something though, but truth be told, the fucking IRS is looking out for the fucking people more so than all of these crazy motherfucking public officials and motherfuckers in this so-called patriot community. Truth be told, the IRS sent you a motherfucking letter back because I'm gonna tell you something, man. Sometimes the IRS, they look out for you more so, like I said, than a lot of these people that claim that they owe for the people and trying to help the people, man. Because they sent your ass a letter telling you, like, look, all right, we're giving you a fair one. We're giving you a fair one on this one. Don't send us no more shit through this fucking mail. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna get you on a motherfucking a fucking Title 18 charge. And that's the last thing you want to be fucking wrong with, which a goddamn federal charge. Real talk. But that's nonetheless. I'm telling you this though, just so you don't get yourself caught up, man. John Ross, how do we discharge debts honorably on the public side? You need to you need to read the Uniform Commercial Code, UCC 3-501. That's where you would start at. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I ain't telling you how to discharge debts, but I'm telling you, I'm suggesting. Let me just say, I'm suggesting that you read UCC 3-501. You gotta read it. Thomas, you said minus the taxes. Shit, man, your motherfucking all right now. Right now. I know plenty of motherfuckers that is in the clank right now by talking that motherfucking they taxing us as a fucking a public employee. Man, they taxing your ass as for being a United, or they taxing you, the estate, for being a United States citizen. And if you look up the word well, shit, I don't even want to get at it. I'll put it to you like this: they taxing the estate for being a citizen. It's a citizenship tax. Is what they tax. And since you in the possession of contraband, you using a motherfucking dead man's estate, you got to pay the tax bill as the trustee. That's what I'm saying. All these motherfuckers to be running around talking that crazy ass shit, and motherfuckers hitting me up talking about sending me paperwork with this crazy ass shit that y'all writing. The utility companies fucking harassing these people. Man, the CFO don't know that crazy ass shit you talking about. Oh, you better discharge the debt, otherwise you will be held liable. Man, y'all sound crazy with that shit. Virgo says UCC will get you arrested too because she knows all. I don't even know who that is. Virgo who? I'm telling you, man. Why y'all think Dre Chilly name don't never come? I'm telling you, everybody in my private group can and they will vouch for me. They'll vouch for me and say, no, that man ain't never told us nothing. And I'm showing proof of claim for everything that I'm talking about doing. Proof of claim. All of these people that's on the fucking internet talking about, oh, you could do this, you could do that. IRS don't know in the IRS, man, public officials, they listen to me and they listen to my shit all the time. And they tell me, I be on the phone with them. I be on the phone with Mark Bernovich's assistant attorney. That's the attorney general out here in Arizona. I'm on the phone with these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers that tell me like, nah, you could do this, you could do that. All right, you know what I'm saying? As long as you give us some type of indemnification, you can do that. We'll contract with you on this. We'll contract with you on that. Just provide insurance. Man, it's so many fucking remedies, but y'all just want to listen to some of these crazy motherfuckers on this YouTube shit, and which is why I said, like, I'm kind of glad that I'm slowly but surely removing myself from this public sector and just working strictly in the private, man. I don't know, man. I'm really debating, man, because I said, man, maybe by next year, man, I might even just shut the channel down or put all of the content, you know what I'm saying, in a private format and just have everybody get a hold of me on, on email, on the email tip. You said try to watch a lot of videos. I like to get remedies. Yeah, you can get remedy, but it's who you gotta verify what, even myself included. You gotta verify what these people are saying though. You can't just watch another person's videos and be like, oh, because this person sound good or this person is quick with it with the words, I'm gonna take his word as truth and commerce. You can't do that. That's how you get in trouble. And then you damn sure can't go back and talk about, oh, somebody got me in trouble because this shit is classified as entertainment. You gotta, once again, as I was saying earlier, about all of these motherfuckers in the conscious community running around talking about they gonna sue each other for defamation of character. You gotta prove malice intent. And you gotta prove that somehow, some way you were substantially harmed by taking this person's advice on a first base knowledgeable base. You can't prove none of that. Virgo triad. I don't be Thomas. You can send me some of this stuff so I can see what these people are talking about. But I don't be knowing these people, and a lot of these people really don't like me. Like that one lady, she was doing the whole debt validation shit. She had a video. She took all my comments down. She got a video. It was like, be careful with using debt validation letters or some shit. And I could tell that the lady hadn't never read nothing in a uniform commercial code. And I was simply telling her she didn't know what the fuck she was talking about, for back of a lack of a better choice words, you know. And long story short, the fact and the matter was that she didn't like my comments, so she deleted them, which is fine. It's her channel. But when I looked at what the hustle was because she had some little bullshit. Uh, I don't know what the fuck she do. She like a credit consulting business or some shit. She was consulting people, telling them X, Y, Z. Man, all people gotta do is read the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act and the Fair Credit Reporting Act, man, under Title 16, man. Title United States Code Title 16 to tell you everything you need to know about these student loans, this credit card bullshit, all of that shit. He said, but I don't do anything but work and pay, just getting old, crippled, and tired. Shit, we all are. If I can do it, you can do it. You better get your ass on the treadmill so you can get some energy, and so you'll be able to stay up. You get that goddamn blood pumping through your heart a little bit faster. Give yourself some more stamina. You got to fight through it. April or June, man, I seen that crazy. That's another one. What's the other one? The crazy judge lady. She another crazy one. Don't get me wrong. It ain't all about that whole conscious community. The black conscious community got a lot of fuckery. It's a lot of fuckery in this so-called patriot movement bullshit too. A lot of motherfuckers like that running around out here too. You know, talking about what the government should and shouldn't be doing. But then when you look at these motherfuckers, it's like, well, what the fuck are you doing besides getting people in fucking trouble? You said, y'all, she's a crook selling for $450 packages. Well, shit, they found a finesse hustle. They finessing the shit. I mean, I'm not a hater though. I call a spade as I see it. I'm not knocking the hustle. I just think that the hustle is morally fucked up. It's just like, okay, if you can get a motherfucker, if you can finesse 450 out of some suckers, straight lace, that's butter all day. But what I say is for a person to be able to, stand on their own 2 feet. That's what you got to do. You got to be willing to stand on your own 2 feet. If she's selling $450 packages, what do these packages consist of? Can any of this information in this package be substantiated and verified? That with your records, can you show proof of claim that you are doing what it is that you say you're doing in this package that you're selling for $450? I seen some of their work wave serve. They straight. It was a few people. A lot of this shit, I'm gonna just be honest with it too. A lot of them don't like me because it is a lot of racial shit that take place in this sector too. And when I say that is that you got a lot of people that, first of all, they wouldn't be the end all be all in this sector. Like, okay, well, my word is law. But they not showing people the proof of claim, or they're not going to actual governmental websites to where they getting this information firsthand. And when a black guy come on the scene, and y'all can take this however the fuck y'all want to take it. I don't give a fuck whether you like me or you're not, or whether you're a subscriber or not. But whenever a black guy comes on the scene and is just as knowledgeable and know how to hear bullshit immediately when he hear it, and be like, nope, 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 and call him out and be able to explain as to why that information is bogus, then we got to get racial. Or because I turned down a interview request, I'm the bougie Negro, or I'm the Negro that he's antisocial, or no, it's just I'm not fucking with y'all because I see that y'all not serious about let me rephrase that. You all are not, because yeah, that's another thing. They like to try to say like, oh, we just listen to him. Listen to how vulgar he is. Listen to, he uses a whole bunch of straight laced profanity and things of that nature. Well, my attitude is this: they don't like the fact that when you are able to decipher bullshit, you pose a threat, both racially as well as intellectually. And when you turn down an interview because you don't want to be associated with a lot of these, they secretly, I don't even get into this whole politics, because at the end of the day, I understand that it's just the establishment versus the people. It ain't no, if you working anywhere, you're a slave. If you ain't a part of their inner circle, you're a slave. Regardless of what side of the aisle you tend to decide on or agree with, you are a slave. So when you turn down an interview with a lot of these right wing conservative, and what the fuck are you conserving when everything is essentially bankrupt and it sold everything off in this goddamn, you call it a country, but this corporation that's managing this land mass, as I like to call it, they basically sold everything off before and after perpetuity. And you got a lot of these so-called patriots that they in love with that Constitution, but if they was a party to that Constitution, why are they constantly bending over without Vaseline being packed in it for the establishment that took and the public officials and representatives that represent that establishment and that have taken an oath to protect that whole little document that a lot of these people are so in love with. So I don't have time for it, basically. And I don't be wanting to, sit up on there and talk a bunch of bullshit, really. And a lot of them they want to interview me just to say that it's an ulterior motive behind it, just to say that no, we not a racist bunch. See, we had Dre Chilly on our show, and he gave an interview to us, and you know, uh, see, we're all inclusive. We're all in this together. No, you only in it together because you know that my research has been verified and it's thorough. That's why all of a sudden we in it together, and you want free labor. You want free intellectual labor is what you want. Black God. Are you that troll? I'm not saying that to disrespect you, but are you that troll? I think I made a comment on that video that I had promoted on one of my prior live streams, and either you or hang on one second, let me check that video on here somewhere. But nonetheless, what's up, man? If you got a questions and you ain't on no fuck shit, then go ahead and shoot right away. But your name look real familiar. And I ain't have, I don't respond to everything, but if I see it, but you said something, I ain't want to say you, but either you or somebody with your same profile name has said something along the lines, you guys cited some bullshit case on that video where I talked about the man having his the birth certificate. He threw the birth certificate back at sea. You said Thomas said, "I'm overwhelmed with trying to do that debt discharge, afraid to get into trouble." So you got to go back to the drawing board then. You're not ready. It ain't nothing wrong with being ready, man. When you ready to jump out there, you will feel it. You ain't gotta watch videos. You ain't gotta listen to Dre Chilly talk because you didn't did all your own research and you know it in your heart. You will know it in your heart. You ain't, you will know it. And always go with, if the best advice, if I could give anybody any advice, always go with what they set forth, because they are the ones, like, you got to be realistic. They the ones with the guns. They the ones with the law enforcement. They the ones with, the alphabet gangs. They the ones with all of this shit to really fuck you up. So we essentially got to play by their rules. So in playing by their rules, we got to learn their rules better than them. And you gotta think outside of the box. And everything that these motherfuckers are doing to me, I do it right back to them. And then when I caught on to everything that was essentially going on, that's how I started getting remedy, because it was a sacrifice. I had to read, I had to study, I had to learn this information, and then I had to apply it. I couldn't be scared to apply the information, but I knew that I was well read and I had studied up enough that I was ready to jump out there. I didn't just jump out there because, I seen a couple of YouTube videos or I seen somebody on YouTube talking about what they was doing. Billy Two Gun said, "Thanks for breaking everything down and helping the layman gain some knowledge. You're always patient and really appreciate it." Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, Billy. That ain't no problem, man. That's what I do. I just don't be wanting to see people. I get every day. It seems like I at least get 1 or 2 emails with somebody in some type of trouble because they didn't bought a secured party. They didn't bought a secured party creditor pack for $84.95, and after they bought their secured party creditor pack, they then sent some information off, and then they got themselves into some trouble. Every day I at least get 1 or 2 emails. Yup. And it never fails. And they send all types of shit in. You fucking with public officials, IRS. And like I said, what they really starting to do now is just really starting to stop playing games, and they really starting to get a lot of people with this paper terrorism shit. Y'all terrorizing the public officials. And truth be told, some of the stuff that is sent to me that these people have. I can't believe it. It's like almost like, did you even read this shit before you sent it out, or you just signing some shit, getting it notarized, and then you sending it out to these public officials? And like I said, truth be told, I can't blame some of the shit that these public officials are turning right back around and doing to the people. Cause it's like you trying to railroad somebody who ain't even done nothing wrong. You don't fuck with the public officials if they haven't did anything wrong or they haven't operated outside of their jurisdiction. This shit was discussed way back in '08, '09, '10, putting liens on public officials and all that stupid ass shit. If the public official is a part of the state government, why would you and how the fuck would you lean up a goddamn public official when the state ain't even been noticed? You ain't put nobody on notice. You the one in all of these goddamn adhesion contracts accepting public benefits, and you ain't put nobody on notice. You ain't rescinded no contracts. They got every contract in the book on you. They got all their affidavits, oaths, depositions. They got everything in order lined up against your ass, ready for the prosecution to hand down, whatever sentence that they requesting the judge give your monkey ass, and you talking about something unconstitutional. Man, if you motherfuckers don't get y'all silly asses on with that stupid ass shit. The fucking Constitution. I got constitutional rights. You had constitutional rights. Where your gold at? That's the first question I always like to ask these motherfuckers to be on here talking this stupid ass shit. I got constitutional rights. Where your gold at then? Why you let Congress confiscate your gold if you got constitutional rights? Somebody answer that question. Where your gold at? You got constitutional rights, but where your gold? Said, no, bro, what are you talking about? I barely be on your channel. Just happen to see you streaming, decide to see what's up. Okay, my bad, man. It ain't no malice intent on my part. I just said that names look real familiar in it, and it sound real familiar. And I get a lot of trolls and stuff. So my bad if you just on some, hey, I'm just trying to see how you been doing, type of issue. It's all love and respect. As long as it's love and respect, it's mutually given. Thomas said, I did a lot of research at work by listening to videos, but not on the computer. Being the truck driver is a big drain on me. Yeah, okay. So then, yeah, you are at kind of like in a bit of an issue because it's like most of your stuff do have to be audio, you know. So okay, it makes sense now. It makes sense now. While a lot of the stuff, but you still gotta make time to verify everything that you have, heard make sense. You gotta visually put your eyes on it and see it for yourself at the same time, though. Someone said no gold and a lot of aluminum pennies. Yeah. Yep. That's what you got. That's what the people got. Yep. Get what they get. The people get what they get. So these corporations, the corporate interests and these special interest groups, lobbyists, all of these motherfuckers that put the public up, they continue to every day they asking for more federal funding and they putting the people up as collateral and all of that other shit. These people, those people are the real enemies. You know, those people are the real enemies. That's what's really taking place. That's the real enemies right there. These special interest groups, motherfuckers that go lobby, you know, on behalf of this project, that project, and then, you know, they create more laws to perpetuate crime, and then, you know, you get arrested for farting on the street corner, for spitting on the street corner. You know, this bullshit talking about street harassment and all that old bullshit. You know, they create more statutory bonds. Ain't no laws. They didn't create more statutory bonded debt obligations to catch people up. That's what's really going on. Motherfuckers lobbying to Congress to pass public laws based on bullshit. Those are the real enemies. Hey, Waves, did you get that? I sent you that. Did you get that? Yeah, I sent that out to you. Hopefully you got it. You said, is that why they're flooding people into this country? More credit? Fuck yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, man. And I really don't even want to say this publicly, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this. The main reason why they flood foreigners into this country is for stockholders that are involved with the prison industrial facilities. If you take a look at how many more private prisons, and this is nothing new that I'm saying, you take a look at the laws that are passed, it usually coincides. I'm talking about in your respective or particular states. If you look at how many more additional laws are passed, it always, 9 times out of 10, it coincides with private prisons being built. Investors invest all of this fucking money to create laws or lobby, or to create lobbyist groups rather, to lobby a particular congressman or congresswoman to create a public law which is going to affect the country in its mass. But on a lower level, I like to call them special interest groups. Special interest groups, i.e., investors that want a particular area to gentrify, will invest money in the campaign funds. They'll put campaign funding to a particular politician to gentrify a certain area for their own investments. If you have an area that's considered, you know, a blighted area or is infested with crime, and it's an election year, the first thing that most of these special interests and a group of investors do is this shit happens all the time. They pull these fucking legislators to the side, these goddamn politicians. Look, man, here go the bag right here. It's $250,000. We want, and then this is how they talk to these people. Y'all thinking that this is how politics work. This is the real shit. Not no, oh, y'all motherfuckers listen to these crazy ass news pundit smut motherfuckers on CNN and them cocksucking motherfuckers on Fox News and all this conservative liberal bullshit. These motherfuckers draw up business plans, special interest investor groups, and you could call them lobbyists if they dealing on a federal level. These motherfuckers pool their resources and money together and take over neighborhood, or not even neighborhoods, cities. They doing it by cities now. You know, major investment to fund special interest in what the fuck they want to take place. Which is why if you look at all of the stocks for companies that are in defense contracting have went through the fucking roof since Donald Trump took office. Now that's just done by, or that's just done because that's just good business, though. Man, y'all people better wake up. You know, that's what's really taking place. But to answer your question, Billy, if you get a group of people, a mass group of people that, first of all, they English is not their native language, and two, they don't have a fundamental understanding of bankruptcy or law on any level. They don't understand procedure, they don't understand rules of law, they don't understand rules of court, they don't understand how to rebut presumptions, they don't understand they don't understand nothing. That's ideal. That is ideal. That's what you want. You don't want people to be smart. The smart, when people wake up to the game that's being played, that's when society becomes a threat to these people. And you got to remember, it ain't that many of them. It's way more of us than it is of them. And they don't want you to be smart. So that's idyllic that you get a foreigner and lock his ass up. Because then you're able to trade his body as well as his debt commercially. You can trade it domestically, and when the shit go international, man, let me shut up. But just know that when the debt collection is sold and it goes internationally, that's when you see people getting hit with 55 and 60 years. Because that goddamn bond then sold internationally as a bill of exchange. Now, you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. That's what's going on, though. Wealth and health, what's up, though? What's the deal? But yeah, Billy, that's why they flooding people in this country. They don't give a fuck. More credit. It's bondage. You get a bunch of stupid ass motherfuckers that, you know, they don't know shit, and they ain't. I mean, and it's not their fault. I'm just saying. Let me not say that. I want to call people stupid. You get people that are ignorant of what's taking place, and they don't have a foundational understanding. You already limited. I mean, think of it this way, right? I was just reading an article last week where it's saying 62% of adult males are on a sixth grade reading level as far as the comprehension goes. Come on, man. And you mean to tell me people are ready to decipher legalese? Man, come on. You already at a disadvantage right there. Already at a disadvantage. So you can't even decipher, you know, what these legalese terms mean. You don't stand no chance. You don't have a chance. You don't have even a fighting chance. So essentially, to them, the people are gold. All of that, oh, we're gonna build a wall. That's a smoke screen. That's a fucking smoke screen. Maybe the intent is to build a wall. Maybe it's not. Maybe the intent is to build the wall and you own stocks in the fucking cement company. You own stock in the construction company. That's politics, man. That's politics. That's what they do. You create cash flow and interest on principal and collect on capital gains based on your stock that you hold within a particular corporation. And you put up the front money to fund whoever it is that's going to campaign on behalf of your agenda. That's politics. So what the fuck is people running around talking about a liberal and a conservative? Oh, no problem, Thomas, man. You have a good night. You know, yeah, I'm gonna leave it up so you can go back and listen and tune into it. It's all good, man. You have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, but you can go ahead and what hit the playback. I don't. You didn't miss that much of it though. Truth be told, you might have missed maybe 5 to 7 minutes. That was pretty much it. You ain't missed that much. Yeah, yeah, you ain't missed that much. Yeah, but that's what's taking place. Motherfuckers don't, Black God said it's all the same group. Damn straight. Damn, what? But you'll be surprised how many people believe that. Oh, it's a difference between a conservative and a liberal and a Democrat and a Republican. Man, these people are crazy. The people that actually believe that and go for that. That's what's crazy to me. That's what I was never able to understand. You know, I was never able to understand that. You got people talking about, this is a liberal agenda or this is a conservative agenda. No, it's just what the money interests say. How about that? And if you don't like it, then they got missiles and they got guns and they got law enforcement and they got prison and they got war. These people kill countries, let alone some individual or a group of people. They got a couple of machine guns, or man, these people. Trust me, I've seen real defense contracting and the artillery and the technology that's put behind a lot of these weapons and these secret programs where you need DOD clearances. Let me shut up. I'm talking a little bit too much. I'm getting excited, and I know they listening in too, but it's all good. Don't worry. Everything is still considered proprietary, and don't worry, secrets are safe. But nonetheless, Billy Two Guns said the two-party forum just to keep us distracted. Exactly. Wolf and Health said they're all crooks, fighting each other rather than fighting them. And I don't think this country's not particular. I don't think these other countries not participating in the fuckery. Damn straight. Damn straight. It's all a charade game. It's a charade game. You hear them talking about we want to have a sit down with North Korea, or we want to have a sit down with this country, Iran. Man, as if like you ain't already the sit down already took place. You know, basically, man. Bottom line, man, this whole world comes down to convenience. Basically, who is going to be able to have a life of luxury and convenience as it relates to these countries, as far as I'm concerned? It's basically, instead of the United States coming to the people and saying, look, you motherfuckers like driving automobiles, you like flying in airplanes, you like convenience, you like, solar energy, uh you like cell phones, so we need coltan, so we gotta go suck Africa dry again. Then you want oil, so we gotta go create proxy bullshit fake wars in the Middle East so we could take all of their shit because you want to drive an automobile. Then we really want Iran because they have a lot of rubies and diamonds in that goddamn ground, and we are eventually still trying to get off the IMF fund, i.e., that's why Donald Trump was essentially elected to uh, to bring the United States out of bankruptcy, but albeit while telling the international bankers to take a hike from corporate money interests, nonetheless. So we might have to get ready to go to war with a financial war with the international bankers, but that doesn't matter because that is what it is. I would respect them more if they was more honest in regards to what it is that they're doing. If you, like I said, all they gotta do is they'd be surprised what the people go along with. They go along with everything else, so the people would go right along with that. You just gotta go tell them, like, look, y'all want to continue to drive automobiles, we gotta go take their shit. They don't want to give us the oil, so we gotta go take it. Now it might cost a lot of Americans their lives, but hey, who cares? He was probably never going to amount to anything. He's probably never going to do anything anyway. So it's better that now this is these people's way of thinking. I don't think like I'm just man. You guys are crazy. I don't think that these conversations at the wee hours in the morning ain't taking place with these secret societies and these men of millions. Basically, that's what's taking place. Okay, what war do we want to create? And they got shit over there, so we need to go take their shit. They don't want to give it to us. Fine. We had a navy. We have the United States. Government intervene and set up a proxy government after we blow up shit, terrorize your people. We'll terrorize the people first with guerrilla warfare. We'll make it look like it's a guerrilla warfare taking place, so we'll terrorize the people and put the people against each other by using religious viewpoints within various sects of that particular religion, and we'll also use a separation of government. We'll use basically a fucking a straw government to create this illusion of democracy. Man, but the people, we'll include them too because the people are part of the consideration. Remember, we freed the Iraqis for their freedom. Operation Iraqi Freedom, remember? We wanted them to be free from a ruthless villain, a tyrant. We got to get them out of there. Man, how many people bought that fucking line? Y'all got me kind of going tonight. I don't know why, but it had been on my heart to, you know, bought that fucking lie. Sit up there and a lot of these motherfuckers coming back, or they back now, but they still fucked up and killed all these fucking innocent women and children, shot motherfuckers down, slayed people in the fucking streets, and came back home and they all doped the fuck up, narcotic up, you on fucking psychosis, psychotic medication, barely hanging on. The government telling you too goddamn crazy to take advantage of any of the so-called school that they claim that they was going to pay for, or any, elective or anything that you wanted to study, or if you had special drawing rights or special interest rights into a particular government job that you was promised, you didn't get it. So now you a fucking vet and you working at some goddamn Burger King or McDonald's or something like that, and you got to live paycheck to paycheck, and you struggling, and then you thinking about how you didn't put your fucking life on the line, and then you came back basically to fucking squalor. But I'm the crazy one, man. You people better fucking wake up. People better wake up. Real talk. You said, your black guy said, y'all, why not look at most of all the people in the army? I think just people will not mind following orders if they think they will benefit. Man, them people, but I'm telling you, that television is powerful though. And then you gotta remember what they set that shit up perfectly. They set that shit up perfectly. These motherfuckers, they, when I say they, the corporate interests knew what the fuck they was doing and how they put together that plan. All of this shit was planned. None of this shit happened overnight. They had been planning for years to take natural resources. Well, you think the whole Alaskan pipeline, all the shit in Alaska and Mexico, that's all reserved oil. That's what that is. Everything that's in this Western hemisphere is oil and assets in reserve, meaning that when everything has been literally sucked from the whole Eastern hemisphere of Europe, Middle East, and the only reason why they ain't fuck with China is because China got a population that might be able to withstand the test of time in regards to any form of guerrilla warfare or military action. These people mentality hasn't changed since, man. Man, just know these people mentality haven't changed. It's not going to change until collectively the people that are affected by these people at the top's mentality change. And they were told that they were doing something patriotic. Go read the Patriot Act of 2001. Look at all the bullshit that they put in there, and you still people. That's what's so frustrating about all of this. Talking about people, I got constitutional rights. You don't know what the fuck you got. Constitutional rights. Every time I hear somebody say that, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't even really like repeating that. But what I'm saying is that people got to open up their eyes. That's a good point that you made. You said, I think most people would not mind following orders if they think they will benefit. But that's just it. What's the benefit? Listen to the logic. You telling me to go put an assault rifle in my hand and kill somebody I don't know this man's belief, don't know this woman's belief, don't know what they stand for, what they for, what they against, don't know nothing about these people. And you expect me to put these people down based on what you tell me? And if I do it, wait a second, who benefits from it? And what's in it for you? And what's in it for me? These are the questions that need to be asked. But then you got these people that are so goddamn brainwashed. Well, you're asking too many questions. You need to be patriotic for your country. Psh, man. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Brainwashed, exactly. Brainwashed to the max. Brainwashed to the max, man. Brainwashed to the max, man. Yep. And it's sad though, because it's like, it's sad. I know plenty of vets that, they thought they swore up and down, they thought they just knew that when they came back home they was gonna be honorably discharged. They ass got that regular discharge and did 2, 3 enlistments and don't got nothing to show for it. And you done took people out, you done killed people all over the fucking world, you done committed all these crimes, and you asking yourself every day, will you be forgiven for what you done did? Based on what the alleged, and I'm gonna use the word, based on what the alleged powers that be told you to do. Too much TV. Black guy said, I know I couldn't do it. You have to be in some strong ass brainwashing to think like you're a master. Hell yeah. They do it all the time, man. All you gotta do is, man, shit. All you gotta do is just look at Twitter. Look at Twitter politics for a day, or look at any social media or news outlet politics, and read the comments of some of these people, man. People like being told what to do. People don't know how to think for themselves. People like it though. Truth be told, they like it. They like doing that because it gives them some form of validation, or think that they going along to get along. But one day, everything that people are participating in, whether they knowingly or unknowingly realized it was wrong or right, you're gonna have to pay for the consequences. You're gonna pay. So, yep, yep, yes, indeed. Yeah, it's a joke. Yeah, real joke at that. And the joke is the old expression goes, the joke ain't nowhere even fucking funny, yo. Joke is on the people, man. People go for that dumb shit. But hey, it is what it is, you know. That's why I feel as if we all got to be doing something in life to, bring some form of enlightenment to each other. Whatever it is that you're doing, try to bring some form of enlightenment to the people that surround you, the people that you are around, or the people that you have relationships with, whoever. Bring some form of enlightenment to them. You'll be glad that you did. But But yeah, that's all I got for everybody, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get off this shit. But for anybody that's looking for me, or anybody that's potentially maybe got 3 spots open in the group. Um, Same here, Nick. Okay, go ahead and shoot me the email. Yeah, go ahead and just shoot me the email. I get what you. We'll see. We'll get with each other on but shoot me the email, yeah, and I'll get back with you. But until Wednesday with you. But that's all I got for everybody, man. That's just, I guess, my little rant for the night. But sometimes I think these actual, I would guess, call them like PSAs, is necessary so people could, get a better understanding of me. For, like I said, for everybody that's in a private group, pretty much have been getting to know me a little bit better. But I think this type of stuff is necessary from time to time. But nonetheless, man, this is Dre Chilly, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get up off here and sign out. Everybody have a good time and a good weekend. Enjoy themselves and stay out of trouble. And you know what I mean. Keep your head up in the storm. That's all I got for everybody. Have a good one. Take care.